FM 94, The Dark, JC hanging out with you here. And yes, it is that time to get to know another band we play here on The Dark. And on the phone right now, I'm talking with the lead singer of a band called Righteous Vendetta. And I'm talking right now on the line with Ryan Hayes. He's the lead singer of the band. And Ryan, first of all, how you doing and where are you at today?
I'm doing great. I am in Madison, Wisconsin. Not too far from you, actually.
Yeah, and you mentioned not too far. Actually, this past Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, you were down at Bubba's in Sauk Rapids, which is just 30 minutes away. And I heard you had a great time down there.
Yeah, it was literally a crazy show. It was basically the next closest thing to illegal. You know, it was almost illegal what was going on. It was such an insane show. People were going crazy.
We'll just leave it at that then, I guess, huh?
Yeah, let's just leave it there.
Hey, let's get to know your band a little bit more. The band's name is Righteous Vendetta. We'll get to the name in just a moment, but let's talk about the history of the band. How did this band all come about?
Definitely me and the guitar player, who's currently still in the band. We started the band 5 years ago at a community college in Powell, Wyoming, with our piano professor when we were finishing our degrees up. So, we started this band, and, just like every other band, you've got, a million member changes by the time 5 years rolls around. So, we just started touring on weekends and spring break and Christmas break. We just toured our butts off all the time. And then, we started taking it really seriously, and here we are today, touring all over the place. So
some guys from Wyoming, you must not have been into rodeo then, huh?
I didn't know, but I live in the rodeo capital of the world. Did you know that, from Cody, Wyoming?
Okay, well, yeah, absolutely. If you guys are down in that area. You said Cody, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I've been there once before. It was when I was younger in age, let's put it that way. And I remember my parents bringing me to a rodeo at Cody, Wyoming.
That's crazy because, yeah, you went to, like, the world-famous Cody Night Rodeo.
Absolutely. And, of course, I think in the distance you got the Grand Tetons, too, don't you?
That's right. They're about 2.5 hours from me.
Yeah, so it's distant, but, they're there, right?
They're there. Yeah, they're there.
Hey, let's figure out the band's name, Righteous Vendetta. How did this all come about? Is there a story behind this? Why did you come up with this name for this band?
Definitely. It's like one of those names where everyone's like, oh, where'd you come up with that name? But honestly, it was just like, it was cool. We were like, that sounds really cool. And we Google searched it and nothing came up. So we were like, that's our name. There's nothing on the internet that's even linked to this thing. Like, there's nothing even close to it. So, it was kind of an oxymoron, like Righteous Vendetta. And so we were just like, dude, that's it. We're picking that name. And we rolled with it.
Sounds really cool. Cool. Talk about the band more in depth here, and maybe more so the inspiration of some of the music that you have played over the years. Where did all this get inspired by, and why do you put out this music that you do?
Definitely. Well, I mean, growing up as a kid in high school and college, I was really into heavy music, and so I was listening to bands like Killswitch Engage and As They Lay Dying and For Today and The Devil Wears Prada and all those like heavier bands. And all I wanted to do was scream my face off. So, I started screaming when I was 18. I didn't know how to sing or anything like that, but I was just screaming. And so if you listen to like the band's earlier music, it's almost all screaming. There's almost no singing in it because that's how we started out. And, as we've grown over the years, we've started to, develop our own sound and do a lot more singing as we've grown. But, I was just so into those bands, and all I wanted to do was scream. So, I can almost say all my inspiration came from Howard Jones when he was in Killswitch Engage. He was like my boy, man.
Very cool, very cool. Now, Righteous Vendetta, obviously. Now, I've did a little research on your bio here, and to be honest with you, I know you've been up in Minnesota. You said a few years back. I really never heard of the band until recently here. Obviously, when the release came out for This Pain, your new song, at least on Active Rock, which, by the way, is currently number 43 this week on the Active Rock charts. That's got to feel pretty cool, huh?
Dude, we've charted before on different charts, but the Active Rock one was our goal. We were like, dude, we want to break an Active Rock single, our first single, and do it completely independently. And so when that thing broke the top 50, we were dancing, man. We were like, this is crazy. Like, we never thought this would happen. So, I mean, to say that we're pretty happy about it is an understatement. We're stoked.
What I was going to get with the whole thing, though, this paint actually, as you mentioned, was on another chart, and it was actually on the Christian rock chart. How did you get placed on that?
Yeah, well, that's our roots are a Christian. We were a Christian band, so
right.
When I said we toured in Minnesota, man, we toured Christian circuits for years. Like churches, and there used to be a club there, actually downtown Minnesota, called Club 3 Degrees. They're in Minneapolis. And dude, they used to have huge shows there, and so we did shows there. But yes, that's the thing about this paint. It's actually been around for about 2 years. It's just now starting to hit the active rock chart now.
It's kind of how it always works, isn't it, Ryan? It takes a long time.
It does. We're slowly learning that.
We're talking with the lead singer of the band Righteous Vendetta. That is Ryan Hayes. You mentioned the Christian rock roots. What's it like being a Christian rock band and now being placed more in the active rock side of thing? Have you noticed a difference in maybe your fan base a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It's we've always kind of wanted to chase the active rock thing, and it's just a really hard business to really slide into because you got to know the right people. So it's not that we never wanted to do it; we just never were able to do it because we didn't know anybody. But no, I mean, it's cool. We like to play clubs and bars and venues and things like that as opposed to churches a little more. Because it seems like the fans are more supportive, and it's just a whole other feeling of the type of show that it is. So it's not like way different, but it's definitely something we prefer.
And obviously, there's a lot of bands now in the active rock circle that maybe started out as a Christian rock band, aren't there?
Oh, totally. You got like Skillet, Red, We As Human. There's quite a few that are charting right now that are kind of doing the same thing we are.
Absolutely. Hey, let's talk about the album currently they have out, and you probably had this out for a while, The Fire Inside. Talk about the album a little bit.
Definitely. Well, the album is 14 tracks, probably what we would consider our best work that we've ever done, but doesn't every artist say that about their new record? It was about 2 years in the making, it's I don't know, man. We feel like every track on The Fire Inside is, single worthy, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to create a record where it was like, so many times in the years past, I've been like, gosh, this record has like 4 good songs, and the rest of them are like, okay. And we wanted to craft a record that was just every song had a massive hook, every song had a memorable part that you could go to every song and be like, oh, I can't wait till this part comes. That's what we wanted to do with this record. And, we took 2 years to do it.
A lot of hard work, isn't it?
It is, but it's worth it.
It definitely is. And obviously, bands like you that are small bands, eventually, this is how everybody started at one point, and you're hoping to get to that next level, I would assume, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. Working every day for it.
Let's talk about, here's something I'd always like to talk with somebody that I get talk on the band side of things. Obviously, let's say you're putting together a 3-band bill for the night. So Righteous Vendetta is one of the bands, obviously, on the stage. And who are the other 2 bands that you would like to have on that stage? It could be bands that are alive or bands that aren't in existence anymore.
Definitely. Oh, that's easy for me.
Easy, huh?
Kill Switch Engage, and my favorite band of all time is called In Flames.
Yes.
They've been around since like the 90s, man. They're like a metal band.
Yes, we play them here.
It's
yep.
You do.
Yes.
They're amazing. They of all the bands I ever want to tour with, it's In Flames.
Awesome. They actually just had some new stuff not out too long ago, didn't they?
They did. It's good, like everything else they do.
Yeah, we actually play them here on The Dark too. So, well, how do fans get to know more about this band, Righteous Vendetta? Where can they go learn about you?
Definitely. Well, if you talk to any of our other fans, they're going to say, go to Facebook and hit us up on Facebook because we interact on Facebook, equally as much as we do on the other social media sites. But Facebook gives you a platform which you can message us, and you can comment, you can share pictures, and we do our best, and we're pretty good about getting back to every single person that gets in touch with us. So Facebook is probably the best way to do that, or Instagram or Twitter. I mean, you pick your medium, and we'll be there.
And how would they get a hold of some of your music?
Definitely iTunes, is the best place for digital. And then if you go to righteousvendetta.com, you can actually order physical copies straight from us.
Very cool, very cool. What's it like being on tour with the guys? Obviously, you just mentioned you were just up here recently. You were saying before we even started this interview that, dang, it's cold out. How's that been with this the tour? And I know you got another tour coming up very soon.
Definitely, yeah. We tour a lot. It's kind of different. I'm actually the oldest one in the band. I'm 24, but two of our members are still high schoolers. So two of our the drummer is 17 and the bass player is 18. So that kind of poses a challenge because he's always having to do his homework. So it's like he literally is out doing his homework in the van, and we're like, "Hey, dude, we got to go play." So he'll come play, and then he'll leave and go back and start doing his homework.
Nice.
So it's like it's kind of one of those things where we're like, it's kind of a pain having like the two young guys because I mean, even sometimes we're not even allowed to bring them inside until we play, so they have to sit outside in the cold or in the van or wherever it is. Because they're not even old enough to stand inside. So that's kind of the biggest pain and obstacle we face. But, I mean, we tour nonstop, man. So we're pretty used to it by now.
So are you like the resident tutor then of these two young lads or not?
I'm like the legal guardian that shouldn't be the legal guardian. Yeah.
Okay. We'll just leave it at that, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, it was a lot of fun talking to you. You know what? We're going to have that new song or your latest song, which has been out for a couple of years, This Pain, being played in just a moment here. And anything else you'd like to say to the fans or potential new fans up here in central Minnesota?
Definitely. Well, we really hope to see you guys at a show sometime. Thanks for even listening and checking it out. And, we can't thank fans enough for... we want to make sure they know that the only reason we're able to do what we do is because of them. So thank you.
Awesome. Once again, that is Ryan Hayes. He's the lead singer of the band Righteous Vendetta. You want to hear the latest song from them right now? You got it. It's called This Pain. It's on The Dark.